Okay, it's been a few days since I did a video, like, I don't know, a week and a half or something. But let's talk about the 90 Day Fiance Tell All Parts 1 and 2. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. I am the She in Sheality TV, and like I said in the intro, it's been a minute. I thought it had only been a few days, maybe a week, since I did my last video, but as it turns out, it's been like 11 days, which is not the longest I've been, but it's a fairly long time considering that I usually do a video every other day or so. Anyways, that's neither here or there. I'm back! Let's talk about the 90 Day Fiance Tell All Parts 1 and 2. You guys, it was dry for me. I felt like it needed some seasoning. I don't know. These tell-alls are all, these highly dysfunctional couples criticizing each other and trying to tell each other what they should and should not have done when their own relationships are in the shitter. Do you know what I mean? For this set of tell-alls, I found, tell me if you guys agree, okay? Tell me in the comments, but I found whatever his name, Jibri, annoying as hell. This dude did not shut up. It's like he liked hearing the sound of his own voice, and I, for one, found it hella annoying, okay? He had an opinion on everybody else's relationship. Now, I know that they're probably coached to be that way, to make these productions more lively or whatever, but this dude, I'm sorry, he did not shut up. He didn't shut up. He had some kind of critique for everybody. And dude, you were living at your parents' house. Your parents didn't come to your wedding. And did anybody else notice when Sean asked, oh, so Miona and Jibri, have you managed to settle somewhere? Where are you living now? And Miona pauses, and then she says,
well, right now we're staying in the Palm Springs area.
Which is code for, we're staying in a motel in Palm Springs, likely. And then Jibri jumps in. It's like he was trying to save her comment by saying, "Oh yeah, well, we're gonna travel for a while, which means you're essentially homeless." That's what that means. That is code for we're homeless. And then he thanked her for being on this wild and wonderful ride with him on a red carpet. I think the term he was looking for was magic carpet, but whatever. Yeah, so they're gonna travel and enjoy life. Like I said, code for homeless, code for hobo. And again, like I said, Jibri was in everybody else's business. He's in Eve's business. He's in Emily and Kobe's business. He was in Kara and Guillermo's business. Who, by the way, probably the only actual couple that I like on this show. Not just can stand, but I actually really like Kara and Guillermo. I like Guillermo because he's so innocent. I like Kara because she's really non-confrontational. She strikes me as a type of person who doesn't go looking for problems, but if you bring her problems, she gonna show you problems. I like her. Then let's talk about Shaeeda and Bilal. Okay, so on the first incarnation of the tell-all, Bilal's ex-wife came in. Why she came, I don't know, but whatever. To talk about that damn prenup again. Shut up about the prenup already. So they talked about that prenup and how Shaeeda came to the US with no assets, is what his wife said. She came with no assets. And Shaeeda actually had the nerve to say, how do you know I don't have assets? So you don't know me? It's like, you actually said, give me some money to start a business. How would she assume that you came with assets? I don't get it. Who doesn't assume that Shaeeda came to the US with no assets? Oh, she was such a successful businesswoman in her country, but she is asking someone else to front her money, not even front her money, give her money so she can start her own company that she will own 100%. Yeah, no, you ain't got nothing. Sorry, you got nothing. I don't care. I don't care what she says. She got nothing. Let's talk about Kobe and Emily. Okay, so Kobe and Emily now have 2 kids. They have Coben and a girl, I think her name is Scarlett, and they still live with her parents. None of you people have any. How did she sponsor Kobe? Right? I feel like her parents sponsored Kobe, not her. She's not making enough money to be able to sponsor someone from outside of the country. There's no way she sponsored him. They're both still living with her parents. They have 2 children of their own. And her dad says, well, they have a timeline. I'm like, okay, dude, whether or not they have a timeline, they've exceeded your timeline, right? He gave them, what, 6 months? They have 2 kids now. After her parents said, don't get pregnant. Just don't get pregnant. Not only did they get pregnant again, they had another kid, and they're still in their house. Jumping back to Jibri for a second, he actually had the nerve to say, to predict which couples are not going to last. Oh, they're not going to last. This isn't going to work out, and that's not going to work out. Says the homeless boy who just left his parents' house. Shut up, dude. Jibri, I feel like Jibri should have just kept his mouth shut. That's what I liked about Miona for this whole thing, right? For the part 1 of the tell-all, she spoke maybe 3 words. He did all the talking for everyone. For part 2, she maybe spoke a little bit more, but not nearly as much as her husband was talking, right? I don't like Miona, but I liked that she appeared to know when to keep her mouth shut. That's the best thing I can say about her. Outside of the fact that who knows whether or not she even has teeth, because I personally have never seen her smile on the show. She rarely ever smiles on the tell-all. She didn't really smile. I don't know. And then in his segment, in Jibri and Miona segment, David, his best friend, made an appearance. It's like the best friends of all of these people have to make an appearance. Everybody's got to pull a check to confront David about the fact that he feels like Miona broke up their band. And you know what? For that reason, I call her Moko, right? Of course she broke up their band, but I don't feel like it was her per se. I feel like her presence broke up the band because Jibri can't balance both. You know, he can't say to Moko, you know what, I gotta do this with my band. He has to spend more time with Moko so that the band can't function, right? As a band that includes him, right? Now they gotta function as a band without him. And, you know, they had this big kerfuffle about whose fault was this and da-da-da-da. And Jibri was basically blaming David for the fact that he didn't communicate. That was just all some bullshit. Like, complete bullshit. Jibri, you broke up the band because you ran off and eloped with Miona, not telling the band. They found out on Instagram that he was getting married. That's how they found out. And they found out that he was engaged on Instagram. He didn't tell his bandmates that he was getting married or engaged. So how do you, as a part of the band, not exclude that guy, right? I would be like, yeah, peace, brother. Wish you all the best, but we're done. Jibri and David have a big come to Jesus, and they hug it out, and yeah, I was just like, that was anticlimactic. Like, that felt like filler to me. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like a conversation that was necessary or a conversation that needed to be had in front of a camera, right? Because it wasn't a conversation. Like, they still disagreed, and then they, I don't know, kind of bumped fists and, I don't know, I hugged it out. I don't know. That was a waste of film as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, Kara and Guillermo, I got no complaints. Ari and Binyam. Okay, so they talked about how his sisters threw wine in Ari's face, and frankly, if I was Ari, that man would be on his way back to Africa. Sorry. He does not ever stick up for her. He doesn't say shit to his sisters when they disrespect her. He doesn't even say, you know, like after the fact, when Sean asked him why, you know, what happened with the whole wine thing, why he didn't say anything, he says, well, I feel like, you know, if I say something to my sisters, that's just going to make it worse. Binyam is either afraid of his sisters or he's whipped by his sisters. Like, I don't get it. Your sister throws wine in your wife's face and you say nothing? Ari, man, he would be divorced. If that was me, he would be divorced. He would be on his way back to Ethiopia that night. Well, when she got wine thrown in her face, they were in Ethiopia, but I'd be on the next plane to the US. Wouldn't even think twice about him. Because that shit's only going to get worse. Then they talked about Binyam's sisters, referring to the fact that Ari could help him get his green card. I don't know. Here's my problem with Ari and Binyam. Now that he's in the US, all of a sudden his dream is to be an MMA fighter, and he has to be in Vegas to do that. You notice a pattern with these people? They land in the US, wherever it is that their sponsor is living, and then they go, oh my God, my dream is to be this, all of a sudden. And the spouse has no clue. This is the first time they're hearing that they want to be a model in Chicago, this kind of person in Vegas, or this is the first time they're hearing it, right? I don't know, man. Guillermo to me is the exception. Guillermo and Kobe are the exception to that whole, land in the US and, all of a sudden I want to do something else, right? Because that's what they all do. Every one of them, with those two exceptions. I'm trying to think of a third. I can't think of a third right now. But if it comes to me, if you think of a third, let me know in the comments. Let me not forget about Kenny and Tim co-hosting the specials. I don't know. At first I was kind of like, and then as we got into it, I don't hate it. I kind of actually like it. Tim, what is going on with the Pirates of the Caribbean costume? The boots and the skinny jeans? No, they're not a thing. Kenny looked good as always. Their banter was good. It didn't make me cringe at all. So, yeah, I didn't hate it. That's it for me in 90 Day Fiancé Part 1 and 2 of the Tell Alls. Again, and as usual, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you next time.